Now, I want you to look at the good thickness we got here.
Ooh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, that's flaky.
How my grandmother used to peel apples with a dull paring knife, and they would do that and it would never break. As a kid, 9 years old, horseback, going down the alleys in Harmon County looking for two things. Not money, no. I'm talking about I was looking for apricots that was ripe and peaches that were ripe. My horse would just ride me right up there. I'd get some in a sack, put them in there, make sure the neighbors wasn't watching over and under, go back to the house, we're gonna have some fried pies. But folks, let me get these apples on first. Well, got me 2 Granny Smith's apples. Now, if you can't find a neighbor that's got some growing on a tree, get them at the grocery store. But I think a Granny Smith brings out the best in any apple pie or apple fried pie. Now, they get a little tartness to them, so we're gonna have to sweeten them up. We are a little sugar, little brown sugar. We'll let that come to a boil, get it all stirred up, and when them apples get soft, we'll drain a little of that liquid off of them, thicken them with some cornstarch. Apples is near tender they are. I'm gonna drain a little of this liquid off of it. Now, I don't got a colander to pour it through. I mean, I've got one, but I'm not gonna use it. Don't do this in the kitchen floor. You talk about make your wife mad, just try to get rid of a little of that liquid without getting rid of an apple. Okay, they've come back to a boil. We're gonna add 3/4 cup of brown sugar. Gotta have a shake of cinnamon in there. Who make apple pie without cinnamon? Raise your hand. Oh my gosh, I didn't know. Where are you from? What? Tucumcari. Well, we're glad to have you in camp. We are. We're gonna add a little butter. I'd say about that much. Whoa. And when that butter melts, we're gonna take some cornstarch, which I had some cold water, put that in here as a thickening agent. Things have changed colors so well since we have added the cinnamon and the brown sugar again. And I love a stewed apple.
Ooh, I can smell that.
On a ranch when I was cooking, I would make stewed apples a lot for a noon dessert with homemade peanut butter brownies. And oh my gosh, them cowboys would tear it up because this stewed apples, you get them soft like this and you thicken it just a little and got that broth. I'd see them cowboys just keep dipping that juice out there because we'd have biscuits too and they just sop it in there. Y'all sop or do y'all dip? I need to know. There is a big difference between a sopper and a dipper. A sopper, he get the whole biscuit down in there, get it all good and going, but a dipper, dainty. He just barely does dip it in there. So these have come back to a good boil they have. If I can find the cornstarch and a whisk, make sure it's all mixed up well. Stir and pour and keep stirring. Ain't nothing better than this, than our easy flaky pie crust to go on top of it. So stick around, don't leave me. I'm gonna meet y'all back over at Chuck Box in just a second, and I'm gonna show you how to make the best pie crust you ever seen in your life. You know, I want you to look at him. He thinks he's tied up, got a ball and a chain hooked to him, but that lead rope ain't hooked to nothing. But when it weighs nearly as much as he does, I guess he thinks he can't hardly drag it around. It's a little trick so I don't have to just stake him out somewhere. And he feels a little pressure, he thinks he's tied up because that little turd right there, he'll run off if he gets a chance. Anybody can stew an apple. Anybody can buy pie filling. But if you cannot make a pie crust, this will not be successful. I'm gonna let y'all off the hook. If you think you just ain't got time to make no pie crust, you go to the store and you buy one of them that's frozen in there and you bring it home. Don't deep fry them. They don't hold up as well. You can sure bake them and make a turnover, you'll be in good shape. But we're going to start out with 2.5 cups of flour. Don't pack it, just make sure that it is pretty well leveled out. And all-purpose is what we're using. I'll err a little bit on the light side because I always want pie dough, biscuits, everything to be a little wetter than you think they might need to be. That way I can dry them out if I need to. We have to add cold Crisco. Had it in the icebox, I have. Still use that term today. A lot of you be thinking, what's he talking about, icebox? Refrigerator. Icebox is your friend making pie crust. It always needs to chill. It's always going to work better when it's something left.
Whoa.
Freeze you a stick of butter. We're going to use about 3/4 of it, but make sure you get it froze. And then you don't have to cut it in there. I found out it mixes a whole lot better if you just grate it in there. Now this was frozen, been out here 10 minutes, so it's thawing out a little, as you can see. Because we got to add a little salt. And a little bit of baking powder. We'll get all of it back over here. Everything is mixed up well. Try to separate that butter and lard just a little. You can use a fork or you can use one of these. Just go to cutting it in. We're going to end up with a cracker crumb consistency. Now, you can see there's no big lumps of anything left. So we're in good shape. Scatter out there a little. Cinnamon is optional. If you want to use it, I'm all for it. I'm going to put it in every pie crust I make that is considered apple or peach, or even apricot. Give it another mixing. Now, make us a little whale right there in the middle. How many of you know what really helps a pie crust be flaky? Anybody? Yes, sir. No, it's not motor oil. It's vodka or it's apple cider vinegar. Them things react, gonna give that crust some flake to it, some layer to it. Today, we'll be using 1/4 cup of vodka. And I don't want you to add it all at one time. Just put about half of that 1/4 cup in there, and then just sort of fold that in to begin to mix it. Now we'll add the other part of the vodka. Give it another stir. And you can see things are beginning to ball up just a tad. They are right in here. Then, ice cold water. It's got ice in it, okay? 1/4 cup, sometimes it takes just a tad more. But just like the vodka, just sprinkle it around. Add a little at a time. Mix. Just keep folding it, doing a little mashing. We're going to get this to where it's wet enough that it will form a good dough ball. That feels like such great pie dough it is. We can't use it right now. No. We have to put this in a baggie, plastic bag, wrap it up with saran wrap, put it in an ice box and let it chill. Now you can do it now or you can do it after you get it out later. But cut this in half, you will have a top and bottom pie crust. But if you're making fried pies, you ain't got to worry about cutting it in half. But guess what? Due to how much me and Shan love you and the magic of TV and YouTube and everybody else, I done made me one this morning. Been in there chilling, it has. So I'm gonna flour the board just a little. We're gonna roll these out. I'd say probably 6-inch circles at the least, maybe 8. About 1/8 of an inch thick. Get us some of that good pie filling in there. And whew, folks, we're gonna go to town. You know, I usually get that lid off the Crisco jug put on there. You know, it's about 6 inches, but today, since we ain't got that, we're gonna use this here deal. I'm not gonna leave them rabbit ears on top there, but it makes me a circle good enough I can cut out. Folks, I can tell you this works a whole lot better if these ain't sitting in the sunshine at no time unless it's about 25 degrees. Now, I want you to look at the good thickness we got here. That's what I'm talking about. When you bite into that, So, right over here on one side or in the middle. Don't go all over it. So we just gonna get us maybe 2 apples at the most. Get off there. Lay them right in here to where you get a bite of apple. Go back with some of this good juicy stuff right here. Because this is what makes things happen. Next we're gonna fold over. Go ahead and crimp with your hands just a little. If some of that runs out of there, it's all right. That is fine dining. Give them a little mash to seal. And if you have trouble, and we'll show you in a minute on some of them, you can egg wash one of them sides. Things will stick together better. But I would say that was crimped together well.
Hey, can we do it? Here, you hold the camera. Okay, we're gonna do another method here.
Oh, the professional method?
Well, I'm gonna do like with the hands. So you do like this.
Oh my gosh. I want to see, that's like a clamshell.
Yeah.
I want to see what's happening here on the finished product. Oh my goodness. Now folks, I want y'all to be honest. Which one of them would y'all rather have? The one that I crimped with a fork or the one that Shan's doing like that? That is so pretty. You know it? We love y'all, so we're going to give you a bonus round. I'm going to make some apricot, but change it up a little with a little cream cheese and almond extract. Got them all ready, we do. Preheat your oil, I'd say to about 345 degrees. By the time you get them in there, it's going to be 350, and we are getting awful close to that. I like that sound. 2 at a time is about all we're going to do, because I don't want no overcrowding the lifeboat. Now, you can, when these come out, sprinkle them with powdered sugar, or you can make you, which I did today, a little heavy cream and a little powdered sugar, and just brush a glaze over them. You know them fried pies you get at the store and in them sacks? I like them, I do. Me and the Big used to live on them cherry pies. And you pull them out, they sort of got that white glaze on top of them. Now we're gonna fry these up till they're golden, crispy brown, which ain't probably gonna take, I'd say, 3 to 4 minutes aside. Always like to put them in there, let them cook about 2 or 3 minutes, and then even though they're in a deep fry situation, I like to give them a little flipping over. And we're beginning to get some color on this one right here. So when you can get them to where you like the color of them, get you a wire rack, paper towel, paper sack, whatever you got, lay it out there, and when you bring them out, it'll be time to go. You seen this as we broke this one apart? Good apricot and cream cheese in there. The layers that you have with that pie crust, oh my goodness. The crispiness on the outside, I think it's still too hot to eat, but I'm gonna see what happens, okay?
Well, that's flaky.
I ain't gonna dance today because that's too good. I'm gonna get back up there and have me another one. That is the best pie crust ever, but to taste this apricot fried pie, and I don't think I've had an apricot fried pie since I was little, brings back all them memories. I don't mean this bad, but I was borrowing fruit from the neighbors. Maybe without their consent, but I do remember eventually me having to go back over there and work in that lady's yard and take her some fried pies. So let me have another. Oh, before we do that, anybody know, before I pick, which one is the apple? There's 3 apricot.
I know mine is apple, right?
Yours is apple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grab that one.
So we're gonna bust him right here in the middle. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm gonna have a bite of it. I can make you dance. Just Alabama left to go around the stool. Don't get no better than that, folks. They're easy to make. Only thing takes any time is you gotta have 2 hours to chill that pie dough. But get up early in the morning, make about 5 times the double recipe, you'll be in good shape. Now I'm still having a lot of people telling me, I didn't know y'all was making videos again. Folks, we're always here Wednesday, 2:30 Central. Make sure you're subscribed because a lot of times people are saying, I thought I was, but I'm not. And be sure and hit the bell to get notified of an episode. But also don't forget to check out that podcast that comes out every Sunday. And I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all so much for all your support on our videos and our podcasts too. But it is with great pride, honor, and privilege that I tip my hat to all the servicemen and women, all the veterans that have kept that old flag of flying over camp. We commend you all we do. We lift you up in prayer daily. Get on in here close. I'm gonna give you a sentimental hug. Yes, we love you each and every one. Hope you enjoyed because we did, and I'll see you down the fried pie trail. He was camera shy, Shan. He's run fast. And is that Bigfoot running through the forest?
Go back to cooking.
I like visitors in camp. You've been a good puppy, all tethered up today, but there you go. He said, oh, Dad, that's probably best crust ever.
And he's hooked to his bed.
Yeah.
He's dragging it around.